Okay, good evening. We're back with the second part of Numbers chapter 17. And Moses said, "By this you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all the things that I have done, for I have not done them on my own. If these men die a natural death, then the Lord has not sent me. If the Lord performs a miracle and the ground opens up and swallows them and all their belongings, and they go down alive into the grave, then you will know that these men have despised the Lord." He had hardly finished speaking the words when the ground suddenly split open beneath them. The earth opened up and swallowed them in, along with their households and the followers who were standing with them and everything they owned. So they all went down alive into the grave, along with their belongings. The earth closed over them, and they all vanished. All of the people of Israel fled as they heard their screams, fearing that the earth would swallow them too. Then the fire blazed forth from the Lord and burned up the 250 men who were offering incense. And the Lord said to Moses, "Tell Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, to pull all the incense burners from the fire, for they are holy. Also tell them to scatter the burning incense from the burners of these men who have sinned, and at the cost of their lives. He must then hammer the metal of the incense burners into a sheet as a covering for the altar, for these burners have become holy because they were used in the Lord's presence. The altar covering will then serve as a warning to the people of Israel." So Eleazar the priest collected the 250 bronze incense burners that had been used by the men who died in the fire, and they were hammered out into a sheet of metal to cover the altar. This would warn the Israelites so that no unauthorized man, no one who was not a descendant of Aaron, should ever enter the Lord's presence to burn incense. If anyone did, the same thing would happen to them as happened to Korah and his followers. Thus the Lord's instructions to Moses were carried out. But the very next morning the whole community began muttering again against Moses and Aaron, saying, "You two have killed the Lord's people." As the people gathered to protest to Moses and Aaron, they turned toward the tabernacle and saw that the cloud had covered it, and the glorious presence of the Lord appeared. Moses and Aaron came and stood in the entrance of the tabernacle, and the Lord said to Moses, "Get away from these people so that I can instantly destroy them." But Moses and Aaron fell face down on the ground, and Moses said to Aaron, "Quick, take an incense burner and place burning coals on it from the altar. Lay incense on it and carry it quickly among the people to make atonement for them. The Lord's anger is blazing among them. The plague has already begun." Aaron did as Moses told him, and ran out among the people. The plague indeed had already begun, but Aaron burned the incense and made atonement for them. He stood between the living and the dead until the plague had stopped. But 14,700 people died in that plague, in addition to those who had died in the incidents involving Korah. Then, because the plague had stopped, Aaron returned to Moses at the entrance of the tabernacle. Numbers chapter 17, the budding of Aaron's staff. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Take 12 wooden staffs, so one of each of Israel's ancestor tribes, and inscribe each tribal leader's name on his staff. Inscribe Aaron's name on the staff of the tribe of Levi, for there must be one staff for the leader of each ancestral tribe. Put these staffs in the tabernacle in front of the ark of the covenant, where I meet with you. Buds will sprout out of the staff belonging to the man I choose. Then I will finally put an end to this mourning and complaining against you." So Moses gave the instructions to the people of Israel, and each of the 12 tribal leaders, including Aaron, brought Moses a staff. Moses put the staffs in the Lord's presence in the tabernacle of the covenant. When he went into the tabernacle of the covenant the next day, he found that Aaron's staff, representing the tribe of Levi, had sprouted, blossomed, and produced almonds. When Moses brought all the staffs out from the Lord's presence, he showed them to the people. Each man claimed his own staff. And the Lord said to Moses, "Place Aaron's staff permanently before the ark of the covenant as a warning to rebels. This should put an end to their complaints against me and prevent any further deaths." So Moses did as the Lord commanded him. Then the people of Israel said to Moses, You are as good as dead. You are ruined. Everyone who even comes close to the tabernacle of the Lord dies. We are all doomed." Numbers chapter 18. Duties of the priests and Levites. The Lord now said to Aaron, "You and your sons and your relatives from the tribe of Levi will be held responsible for any offenses related to the sanctuary, but you and your sons alone will be held liable for violations connected with the priesthood. Bring your relatives to the tribe of Levi to assist you and your sons as you perform the sacred duties in front of the tabernacle of the covenant. But as the Levites go about their duties under your supervision, they must be careful not to touch any of the sacred objects or the altar. If they do, both you and they will die. The Levites must join with you to fulfill their responsibilities for the care and maintenance of the tabernacle, but no one who is not a Levite may officiate you. You yourselves must perform the sacred duties within the sanctuary and at the altar. If you follow these instructions, the Lord's anger will never again blaze against the people of Israel. I myself have chosen you, fellow Levites, from among the Israelites, to be your special assistants. They are dedicated to the Lord for service in the tabernacle, but you and your sons, the priests, must personally handle all the sacred service associated with the altar and everything within the inner curtain. I am giving you the priesthood as your special gift of service. Any other person who comes too near the sanctuary will be put to death. Support for the priests and Levites. The Lord gave these further instructions to Aaron. I have put the priests in charge of all the holy gifts that are brought to me by the people of Israel. I have given these offerings to you and your sons as your regular share. You are allotted the portion of the most holy offerings that is kept from fire. From all the most holy offerings, including the grain offerings, sin offerings, and guilt offerings, that portion belongs to you and your sons. So you must eat it as a most holy offering, and all the males may eat of it, and you must treat it as most holy. All the other offerings presented to me by the Israelites by lifting them up before the altar also belong to you as your regular share. Any member of your family who is ceremonially clean, male and female alike, may eat of these offerings. I also give you the harvest gifts brought by the people as offerings to the Lord. The best of the olive oil, wine, and grain, all the first fruits of the land that the people present to the Lord belong to you. Any member of your family who is ceremonially clean may eat this food. Whatever is specially set apart for the Lord also belongs to you. The firstborn of every mother, whether human or animal, that is offered to the Lord will be yours. But you must always redeem your firstborn sons and the firstborn males of ritually unclean animals. Redeem them when they are 1 month old. The redemption price is 5 pieces of silver, each piece weighing the same as the standard sanctuary shekel. However, you may not redeem the firstborn of cattle, sheep, and goats. They are holy and have been set apart for the Lord. Sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as an offering given by the fire, very pleasing to the Lord. The meat of these animals will be yours, just like the breast and the right thigh that are presented by lifting them up before the altar. Yes, I am giving you all these holy offerings that the people of Israel bring to the Lord. They are for you and your sons and daughters to be eaten at your regular share. This is an unbreakable covenant between the Lord and you and your descendants. And the Lord said to Aaron, you priests will receive no inheritance of land or share of property among the people of Israel. I am your inheritance and your share. As for the tribe of Levi, your relatives, I will pay them for their service in the tabernacle with the tithes from the entire land of Israel. From now on, Israelites other than the priests and Levites are to stay away from the tabernacle. If they come too near, they will be judged guilty and die. The Levites must travel with the tabernacle, and they will be held responsible for any offenses against it. This is a permanent law among you, but the Levites will receive no inheritance of land among the Israelites, because I have given them the Israelites' tithes, which have been set apart as offerings to the Lord. This will be the Levite share. This is why I said I would receive no inheritance of land among the Israelites. The Lord also said to Moses, say this to the Levites, when you receive the tithes from the Israelites, give a tenth of the tithes you receive, and tithe for the tithe to the Lord as a gift. The Lord will consider this to be your harvest offering, as though it were the first grain from your own threshing floor or wine from your own wine press. You must present 1/10 of the tithe received from the Israelites as a gift to the Lord. For this you must present the Lord's portion to Aaron the priest, and be sure to set aside the best portion of the gifts given to you as your gifts to the Lord. Also, say to the Levites, when you present the best part, it will be considered as though it came from your own threshing floor or wine press. You Levites and your family may eat this food anywhere you wish, for it is your compensation for serving in the tabernacle. You will not be considered guilty for accepting the Lord's tithes if you give the best portion to the priests. But be careful not to treat the holy gifts of the people of Israel as though they were common. If you do, you will die. Okay, and with that, I'll be back tomorrow with chapter 19.